Hi everyone, this is Deb Tim, a Canadian girl, and this is a look at my 150-gallon Geophagus aquarium. There are a couple changes, only two changes, so please stay tuned. This is a look at my 150-gallon Geophagus and silver dollar aquarium. I have a couple new inhabitants in this tank. Crockett and Tubbs, my Oscars, are now living in here. I first moved Crockett, the smaller of the two Oscars, into this tank because he was getting picked on. He had patches of missing scales and other bite marks that led me to this decision. I actually thought it was Tubbs that was pestering him. Once Crockett had been moved, I found Tubbs with many of the same type of injuries. It turned out that Bogey, my red devil, was the culprit. I moved Tubbs in here and watched the Oscars closely to see if they would bother the Geos or the silver dollars, or each other for that matter. I have heard many variations of temperament in Oscars, from aggressive to right down to passive. I'm very happy to say mine seem to be more of the passive temperament. They're slow-moving, peaceful tank mates and have made themselves right at home in this community. The Geophagus are doing really well. They have spawned twice now. The first time wasn't very successful, but it was their first attempt, so I was okay with the results, hoping the next time would be an improvement. Well, the second time they spawned was just a few days before we were leaving for vacation. My process for leaving for vacation is to feed all of my fish well in the morning the day before we leave. After they've eaten, I do their water changes, and then they are not fed again until we return from holidays. Because this spawn was so close to us leaving and them going without food for a whole week, I decided it would be wise to strip the mom rather than lose the whole batch to hunger. I'm actually not sure this would have been the outcome, but it is what I assumed. In stripping them, it's a struggle and takes two people. First, I use a tank divider to catch the Geos because they are so big and have huge buccal cavities for holding their young. It's near impossible to tell who's holding just by looking at them. Then couple that with the fact that they are all similar. The males and females are so much alike. It's very hard just to pick out the mom. Then add to that the fact that the father and mother share holding the fry. You have to end up catching all of them and check them for fry. It's a pain, but I really don't know any other option unless I separate the breeding pair, which I really don't want to do. In the end, I did find the mom, but by the time I caught her, she'd swallowed most of the fry. I only managed to save 3. It was a very small brood to begin with, so I was happy I was able to save 3 anyway. They are now in my little fish room with their first 3 fry. There is quite a difference in size, but they're all healthy and active. I do have more breeding activity going on, so I expect to see more fry in the future. The silver dollars have been quarreling as well. I'm not sure what that indicates, as they have never spawned for me. This tank, as it is right now, is home to 8 Geophagus alterfrons, 6 silver dollars, 7 clown loaches, 4 are large and 3 are small, 2 cuckoo catfish, 2 plecos, and Crockett and Tubbs, my 2 Oscars. I have been setting my tumblers in this tank as well. I have 3 more mums holding in my African cichlid tank, so they will be stripped the next week when I do water changes. For now, I'm going to leave this tank as it is. Eventually, I do plan on moving the Oscars out and back into Eric and Little Hump's tank. I really need to rehome Raffy, my Raphael catfish, first. As you can see, Tubbs is such a handsome fellow, but it's clear he has some injuries with patches of scales missing. I think Crockett was quite happy to see him. They often stick together. So until next time, this is Tim signing out. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend ahead, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.